Integrating analytics. So first of all, the question is why? Why do you need to integrate analytics inside your application? Well, without analytics, you won't know how do your users use the application, which features are the most important, which features are not used at all, and if people get stuck somewhere, where do they get stuck, and what you can do about that. And all of that can be solved with a decent analytics implementation. So one of the first questions would be what to track. And well, as a rule of thumb, you should track all of the screen views. So whenever there's new activity active, you should track that the user has seen the activity, or at least that it was started. And then you will want to track things like certain milestones or goals achieved, like whether user has added a stock inside your portfolio, and if user tried, for example, to activate purchase button or something like that. Well, and finally, you could just add an event to each of the button clicks. It's a bit spammy approach, but it also works pretty well. Well, and in the end, you need to think about your key performance indicators. What's important in your application that you need to track? So inside this application, Stock Portfolio Tracker, you could say that it's important how many stocks do users track in the application. So you could track each stock added, and you could measure that as your key performance indicator that you later want to optimize. And now let's take a quick peek at the code. So here we have created this analytics class that will be like an entry point to all our tracking activities. So here we'll use Firebase Analytics. It's basically an integrated library that comes with Google libraries, and you can include it just by including Firebase Core. It will be included by default. And when you have that, you can rely on Dagger to manage all of your dependencies when you inject code and when you'll be injecting the analytics class itself. So here we'll have just a few methods as an example. So we log activity and when the checkout was started and if the purchase was successful. So it's really simple setup. And now we can take a look whether log activity is used. So we have integrated this analytics class inside our view activity abstract class that's used by all of our activities. So it's going to be easy to track all of the activities at once. And then the purchase actions have been integrated inside purchase service. So if you go to purchase premium, we'll see that we're going to track when the checkout has started. And if the purchase has been completed, we will log that as well here. So the setup is really simple. You could use something else than Firebase Analytics. There are lots of alternatives like Mixpanel, Amplitude, other providers, and it really depends on your use case. But if you stick with Firebase, they provide a decent default functionality. It's well integrated with the rest of Android and Google Play Store ecosystem. So it's a very good place to start. And in the next video, we're gonna do a quick overview of QuickTiles.